Premier John Horgan has officially sent the Site C dam off for yet another review, this time with the BC Utilities Commission. That leaves 2,400 jobs in peril and upwards of $600 million on the line. The destroyers are inside the gates, and the war on working men and women, especially in energy, has officially begun. Work will continue on Site C during the review, slated to begin August 8th and end September 20th, when the first preliminary report is due. A final report is to be provided to government by November 1st. The BC Utilities Commission will be looking at three options. First, it will assess whether the project can be completed on time and on budget by 2024. On the surface, this seems to be an excuse to opt out when it shouldn't be. Almost all government or Crown Corporation projects run over time and over budget, but we'll see. Second, the BC Utilities Commission will also assess whether it's possible to suspend construction and resume it sometime between now and 2024. And finally, they will assess what is likely the destroyer's preferred option, cancelling the project completely. On July 21st, Horgan and the NDP fired BC Hydro CEO Jessica McDonald. McDonald had been a fierce defender of the project and suggested shortly after the election that any delays in work beyond June 30th in moving homes from the flood zone and beginning work on a new highway could not only result in a year's delay, as the summer is the only time some work can be done with lower water levels and better weather, but could cost BC Hydro and the ratepayer $630 million. This decision did not sit well with the Independent Contractors and Businesses Association of BC, with Association President Chris Gardner telling the media the review was unnecessary, and he was quoted in the Vancouver Sun saying, quote, "This project has been a decade in the planning. An independent panel took 3 years and reviewed the project. The federal and provincial levels of government both approved this project. The focus now should rightly be completing this project on time and on budget." Unquote. And of course, the BC Liberals who championed the project were none too pleased either. The MLA for Peace River South near the site of the dam, Mike Bernier, stated in a news release Wednesday, quote, "Is this fake review being done in the best interest of the British Columbia taxpayer? Or is this simply another way of appeasing Andrew Weaver to prop up their partisan alliance? It is clear this review is designed to meet the NDP's political needs and not the province's electricity needs." Unquote. It feels like a fake review to me. After all, we have a fake energy minister in this province now, and everyone knows it. And how do we know Michelle Mungle is a fake minister? Well, upon that firing of BC Hydro CEO Jessica McDonald back on July 21st, Mungle's office and she personally had no idea the decision had been made. This led credence to the idea that the real minister for this portfolio is Premier Horgan. And when veteran columnist Vaughn Palmer of the Vancouver Sun makes the same observation on Twitter, I'd say it's safe to say Mungle is a very fake minister. But there was other news this week that should worry Site C proponents and those aforementioned 2,400 jobs. BC Hydro recently announced that they would be purchasing the remaining 2/3 interest in the Oneida Dam near Trail, BC. The $1.2 billion purchase from Teck Resources appears on the surface to be a directive from the new NDP government, which is kind of strange because back in 2009, then MLA John Horgan raised questions as to why BC Hydro would purchase their original 1/3 interest in the dam. In a 2009 Tyee article, it mentions that much of the power from Oneida was sold to the US. So could this purchase of the complete share of the dam be done so the power can remain in BC if the Site C dam is cancelled? It looks like that way to me. And I also suspect we'll be hearing noises of installing a 6th generator in the Revelstoke Dam on the Columbia River, as that was the NDP's original alternative to the Site C dam. All of this should have people in the Peace River region very nervous. They know they won't be fracking like they expected they might be up there now that the Pacific Northwest LNG project has been killed, at least in part, to our new NDP government and our new destroyers. But now Site C too? Tough times for the Peace River region. For the Rebel Daunt Media, I'm Christopher Wilson. I'm not going to let Premier Horgan and his destroyers' war on energy workers in this province continue without a fight. Make sure you click subscribe to our Rebel Canada YouTube page and share all my videos on these destroyers.